All right, we're live. So before we jump into today's session, I want to just take a moment to share a little bit more about Tech by Choice. So that is the community that we're all hanging out with today. And so Tech by Choice is a nonprofit that, like I said, I started 4 years ago now. And so we're focused on helping underrepresented groups interstate and thrive in tech. And before the pandemic, we did a lot of in-person stuff, which was a lot of fun. We're going to get through that again. But the really cool thing about Tech by Choice is that we've always been a community that is like online and digital. So we do have a really cool, we have these events that we do monthly, and we also offer a lot of different benefits to our members. One of the main ones is that the conversations we have today can be continued if you go ahead and become a Tech by Choice member. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the link for that into the chat. And if you're interested in joining us, we can hang out in a Slack and continue the conversation. You'll also get insight on a lot of our free events that we do for our community, resources. We're trying to launch a boot camp, and you'll get access to our job board and mentorship. So if you're interested in that and like how things are going, you can definitely check us out. I would also like to plug, we do have monthly events. So we do the product and chill, but we also have dev and chill for those of you who want to learn a little bit more about coding. We have Figma and chill, which is a really fun event where we just hang out and make memes inside of Figma. And then we also do our portfolio reviews. So we just have a day where we review your LinkedIn portfolios, resumes, anything that will help you feel more confident on your job hunt. That is definitely something you can check out and RSVP for, and all of these things are free. And then we have a special event that's going on next month on February 16th. A lot of people are talking about AI and ChatGPT, and so we want to go ahead and go through a workshop where we'll walk you through what GPT is and how you can use it to just fast track what you do in your day-to-day, but we want to make it fun, not boring. So that is something you should definitely take a look at. And so if any of these events sound interesting to you, definitely check out the link I just dropped in the chat. That should call out that the ChatGPT event is $5 for non-members, but if you join and become a member, you'll get access to the code, so you can RSVP to that event for free. So that is one of the main benefits to being a Tech by Choice member. You don't have to pay for our events. So now that I've walked through that, I think it's time for us to actually walk through the Figma file and talk about what we're going to build today. So Hope, do you want to go ahead and take over?
Yeah, so welcome to Product and Chill, where we build a product in a relaxed environment in 2 to 3 hours, depending on how much time we have. So basically, I think I dropped a link in the chat at 12:16. Let me know if you don't have it, but when you click on that link, you'll be able to go to this Figma file where we work on our projects together. So if you go on the far left, you'll see the different pages and layers. From there, you can see all the past work we've done. So what happens is essentially we pick a topic. If we go far left, it gives kind of like a high level overview of what happens. If we go further left, we pick up. Well, I introduce what we're doing. Then we try and think about what problem we're trying to solve for. Then we go through what's working and not working with the current problem, brainstorm features, go through the customer journey, and then create like a small design library. And after that, we design together a product. And then at the end, we try and review and see what we learned. And yeah, the whole time it's a collaborative experience where everyone can contribute in as little or as much as they want. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If any initial questions,
Yeah, so I do see that some people, we have one person who jumped into the Figma file, which I think Figma is super cool because you can follow people in the board by just clicking on their little icons up here in the upper right hand corner. So if you are having trouble getting access to the Figma file, let us know either in the chat or coming off mute. This session is like super collaborative. It's supposed to be low stakes, just conversation. So the more that we come off mute and talk, the better the session will be, and the more everyone will get out of it. So there's no wrong answers, there's nothing you can say as long as it's not offensive. That will be wrong for this space. So feel free to come off mute. This is a great space to just hang out and chill and chat in.
I have two things. So the first thing is I see there's two anonymous people. If you would, I think in order to edit, you might need to log in. Or so you may have to create an account and edit in order to edit. And then the second thing is I'd be interested in like what is the level of design experience you have, everyone here. So like if you could say, oh, I've been using Figma for 0 years, 6 months, 1 year. If you put that in the chat or let us drop that in the chat, that'd be great. So we can tailor like the tips to what your experience is.
Yeah, and feel free to come off mute too. Like, again, no experience at all. That is perfect because I feel like I've been using Figma since it started, kind of.
Okay.
And my experience level has not gone up that high because, I do the bare minimum. Never use Figma. We're very similar here. Love that.
That's great.
If you're having trouble accessing Figma, let us know.
Nice. Okay, so it seems like we have a similar distribution of experience. So that means we get to show you how awesome Figma is. So Figma is basically Google Docs for design. That's the best way to describe it. As you can see multiple people working in the file at one time. So anything is editable by multiple people and it automatically syncs between people. You can do it on web. You can download a client and have it as that's kind of how I use it. And let's show them what we've done because I think that will allow transitioning to next to Figma. Great. Let's give them an example of things that we've done so that they can see like anything is possible.
Yeah, what's a good one? I think we are farmers. That has emojis. I think that would be great.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah. So for this one, we joined together a community of us, just like we're here today, and we're like, hey, these are the possible ideas that we came up with. We typically just talk about problems that we ran into for that week, different memes that have popped up. There's been some good memes, but I don't think they're appropriate for product and chill, more mint and chill event. But we talked about Universal Studios, exploring space, party lines, farms, and space farming. If for some reason throughout the time that we run these events, space is a common theme, so we came up with an idea of space farming game, farmers in the sky. Once we figured out and land on a solid problem or thing that we wanted to build something in that space, we decided to define the problem statement. So we're like, okay, I'm a space farmer, I'm trying to grow plants on different planets, but I don't know how to manage my crops. But no one has done this before, which makes me feel challenged. So that is just one way we're able to do a deep dive and understand who we're building for and what the problem is. We create a really quick persona, and then we jump into what would typically be research And that's just us chatting about what's working versus what's not working in this space. And we come across a number of different themes. And then from there, we start to, knowing the problem and what's working and what's not working, we come up with different features that we think would help solve some of our problems. And once we get those features down, we all come up with different ideas. Some of these ideas are not really doable because who is actually farming in space, I don't know. Well, maybe Elon Musk, but let's not get into that. But these ideas that we come up with, we pick the ones that we would like to design for this session, knowing that we don't have that much time to like build everything out, but we do have some time to build out something that would be fun for us to do as a group. So we pick those out with the dot voting. So you get 3 dots per person, so you get 3 votes. And then from there, we typically talk through the customer journey. Sometimes we skip it. This time it looks like we skipped it. We jump to my favorite part of picking out colors and just defining what this app will look like based off of principles and different themes that we want people to feel when they look at our branding. And then from there, we start to build out a application. Oh, this one doesn't, I don't think this does justice to some of the things that we have built. What's another good one?
Mars rover, that was great. Deep sea exploration.
Yeah, once again, space theme. I like to blame Hope for the space stuff. He is a wannabe astronaut, and it only pops up in the space of us building out stuff in Figma. But this was actually one of our very first products and chills, and I think it's kind of top notch for the first time we've ever built something or did this event. At that time, everyone did their own designs, and so you can see the different levels of people and design skill sets and how we're able to take these wild ideas that sometimes you cannot build out with tech and be able to turn them into something really, really great. So I really like this, and I think to show that all skill levels can jump in and do this, we once did a Troll Me Not app where we were really focused on just building out the experience in the UI. We weren't that focused on what the design looked like, but what we wanted to do is build an app so that we can make better trolls on the internet, but not make them, disrespectful. We just want to make trolls that make really good jokes, really great memes, make the internet better. And so we went through the steps of what that could look like, how could you track your trollness, and what that could look like. And again, this one isn't very high fidelity, meaning that we didn't make things pixel perfect, but we got a really good idea of how this app would work, how it would flow, and we were able to go through and really solve that problem. So this is an example of what we can and will do in these events. And so, now it's time for us to come together and do this for today, right? We're ready, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first part of this, again, before we jump into this, I want to see if people who want to join have been able to log into Figma and get started.
I'm not able to get in because I'm on my phone. My computer is at my office, so I'm just going to observe today.
Okay, perfect. And you can definitely do a lot in this space by just speaking, using your voice. We can definitely use that support. Because if you leave it up to me and Hope, we will build another space type app, and I don't know if that's what we need to do today.
We can be your fingers.
Fingers. What?
Like, she can use your mouth, and we will turn whatever you want into reality.
Oh, we can be her fingers.
Yeah.
That was an odd statement, Hope. I just want you to.
I got it though.
If you feel more comfortable observing for right now, that's perfectly fine. Definitely drop your comments in the chat. Feel free to come off mute. This event is like for all levels, so whatever you feel the most comfortable with, we could do it. We can do it. All right. So this is kind of like the hardest part of this whole entire event, is coming up with the different ideas for today.
You know what? You know what we can do today?
What can we do today?
We have our best friend, ChatGPT.
Oh no. No,
He's
no, no.
actually going to give us ideas. But actually, if you have any ideas, or if you have any problems, or things that you're interested in, drop that in the chat, and we can riff off of that.
Or come off mute. That's also an option. I think we should give an example of how we come up with problems. Has anything come up on your end for today, this week, that you think would be a good product design challenge? Okay, you already said ChatGPT, right? We could definitely build around that.
No, I meant like we could ask ChatGPT.
I know what you meant, but I was trying to shift it so we don't use AI to do everything, Hope. Come on now. It's a the whole point of this is collaboration.
Right.
Collaboration is the word.
So I'm kind of curious regarding ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Is there a way to go through an example of doing that?
So, Hope, you want to go through like how you would go about finding ideas using ChatGPT? You want to share?
So Sybil, what are some of your interests?
Can you share your screen?
Oh, yeah, I can.
I guess my interest is finding places where you can build roller skating rinks.
Oh, there you go.
Lots of cities have, at least in Oakland, most roller skating rinks don't exist. You go into more affluent areas, you can see there's a few roller skating rinks like in San Ramon or in Sacramento or Roseville, but Oakland, East Bay, San Francisco, they really don't have a roller skating rink. And just how to find a space to have a roller skating rink in the Bay Area.
So essentially, ChatGPT works like you just ask a question to it and it'll give you an answer. Most of the time, they're good answers. In this case, like since we're trying to figure out problems, in order for us to build solutions, we just ask what are some problems that roller skaters have, or you said specifically where to build a roller skating rink. And
like there's an outside rink a woman is trying to create in West Oakland, which is a more urban area that's very racially divided. And I don't know if that's the reason why they're doing that, because it's a not affluent area.
ChatGPT is not doing a great job.
No.
Is it? Okay,
No, it's not. So like typically so there are limitations with ChatGPT. If you want it to be super creative and think about things that are like outside of the box, that doesn't follow normal logic, you're gonna run into some problems. Like ChatGPT limitations are very confined and they're very like straightforward and logical. So that's why we're running into these issues right now, because it's going to give you business solutions about the roller ring versus like fun, meme-ish type of design things that we could build today.
So that's doing now.
Yeah, so right now it's responding to the things that Hope is putting into the prompts. So the prompts are basically you talking to the ChatGPT and then it giving us more answers. So It's hard to get it to be creative. It would take a lot of like tweaking of the prompt, and it's much easier if we just do this part of the session as, yeah. So you want to go back to the Figma file?
So it really wants to solve a business problem as opposed to a building problem, is my understanding. Is that correct?
Yeah. So, the things that we come up with is like, okay, if we wanted to build a app today about the roller ring, we could build it about like how to find the best location. We could build it around what different interactions you could have in the roller ring, like requesting your skates or picking up some food. Like there's a lot of different things that you can come up with and talk about and just like rip off of each other that like a computer can't do. I personally now, after this interaction, would like to build the anti-ChatGPT app so that people are blocked from using ChatGPT in different situations, like Hope just did right now. So like if I could push a button, say like, nope, no ChatGPT for this subset of people for this time.
I was asking, what does that mean? What is the anti-ChatGPT?
Yeah, so I was about to ask as well.
So anti-ChatGPT, like, can we stop ChatGPT? Like, what would be the app that just blocks it from existing? Or maybe there's an event that you're doing that you want it to be more human connection. No AI, a bit like allowed. What would be the app to block all ChatGPT conversations?
This does not sound nefarious at all.
No, right? But
Okay.
that sounds like a fun meme app to build, right?
You press a button and it nukes all the ChatGPT sessions for millions of people across the globe?
No, just for the people within your bubble, like
Within which bubble?
your current circle.
Elaborate.
I guess an app that would probably just block, and hello everybody. I guess an app that would probably just block the ChatGPT instance coming in on your internet.
Yes. But I was more so thinking how Hope had suggested that we just use ChatGPT to come up with ideas for today's challenge. Well, when the whole point of the possible ideas are like for us to work together.
So we're using ChatGPT to block ChatGPT?
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Andre. Thank you. And welcome.
Cool. Yeah, but we're still open to more ideas. And also welcome Annette. Who else is welcome Andre? Welcome Arnisha. We are beginning our product design challenge. We're trying to figure out a possible idea to work on. The current leaders are a roller skating rink app or a way to find the best location for some real estate you're trying to create app, and an anti-chat GPT app, which I'm firmly against. And any of these, if any of these tickle your fancy, then feel free to hop in the file that we're about to share the link for again. And yeah, if you have any idea and you don't want to speak, you can also just drop it in the chat, or you can come up and introduce yourself, tell us what you're thinking. All right, so who's here? Just me and Anonymous. Right. But anyway, the goal of this session is to create an app by the end, a prototype of the solution. At the time, we made a parent your dog with your local community app, and it was in wireframes. So anything is possible. And if you have any personal problems, issues, things that you've been going through that you want us to solve, we can do that.
Oh, a big thing, tech layoffs.
Tech layoffs, okay.
Twitter has a For You tab. Why? Why can't Twitter just be Twitter?
Yeah, I got confused with it. I was like, why am I seeing so many threads in my regular app? I'm like, oh look, it's the marketing chillers in mass.
I believe I just jumped in the file. I'm not sure.
It's here.
Um,
All right, welcome to.
Did we drop let me re-drop the link for folks who have recently joined. If you want to join, everyone's free to edit. The whole purpose of Figma, it's like a low stake design tool that we can use. It's basically the designer's Google Docs. So we can all jump in there, create boxes and squares and throw in some text in there. And we can build out some really cool stuff today. And if you get stuck on anything, we're here to help. It's very beginner friendly. We know we have a lot of folks who are new to Figma, so this would be a really great way for you to jump into this file, understand how this product works, and get help along the way. So if you are in the file but you cannot edit, make sure you jump in there and create an account. It's free. You can sign up very quickly using your Google account, and then you can access and make edits to the file. So I hope.
Welcome in. Hey. All right. So, how about this? If you have something on here that you think we should work on, please drop in the chat. Or I will make the executive decision and do the roller skating ring out. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
We need music. We need.
You got it.
Okay.
All right, we have a winner. The winner is Roller Skate Ring Gap. And thank you, Sybil, for your suggestion. Even though I think this might be cool too. I think this is fun, and we can probably all agree on this. All right, so the question is, all right, so you already found your location for your roller skating rink, and now you built it, and so then the question is, what is the problem that we're solving with a roller skating rink app? And so let's think through the problem statement of what a roller skating rink app would entail. So, so we can think about this as two things. We think about it from the perspective of the roller skating rink owner, or you're probably thinking about it as the user of the roller skating rink app, right?
Correct.
Doesn't it make sense to have a roller skating rink app?
Yeah. You can hold on to it.
Skating. I'm a roller skater, and I am trying to. What do roller skaters do?
Roller skate and listen to music.
Oh my God, Usher could use this app.
There we go. The Usher. Yeah.
Oh my God, the user persona is Usher. Okay, hold on. Sorry.
Please. Wow, you're moving ahead. But, okay,
you can't stop me now.
So I am a roller skater, and I'm trying to roller skate at a roller skating rink, but I can't find them.
I love this idea.
But
Top 10.
I can't find them.
Can't find.
Or I can't find them. I think you can find roller skating rinks. I think it's once you get there, it's like, who do I roller skate with?
Oh. Is this getting spicy?
Don't have a roller skating buddy.
Is this the Tinder for roller skating?
Rollander.
Oh, we got a name.
No. Because
oh my God.
Life just goes by.
I don't know who allows me to like do these things.
Which makes me feel
Life just rolls by.
I don't know. Most roller skaters actually do roller skate by themselves, don't they?
No, there's like group of roller skaters. Like
It's like record.
I was gonna say they're clans, but they're not. That's not the right terminology.
I just wanted to know that we are manufacturing a problem, in real time. So, does anyone here roller skate?
I used to.
'Cause
Yes.
it would be great to have input from a roller skater.
I'm learning
So
to
unsociable, inadequate, if
Okay.
you're not able to roller skate. But as long as you need lessons, sometimes people come there, they want to roller skate, but they need lessons.
All right, these are great. So how might we build an app that enables roller skaters roller skating rinks? This would be great. Please take this keyboard from me.
So how might we build an app that enhances roller skaters' experience at roller rinks?
There we go.
Now let's get to the good part. Come on, hurry, so we can get to talking about how Usher is our main user.
All right, so welcome to our user experience persona right now. It is Ursher.
How can we rewrite that so it's like Ursher persona, like user and Usher put together? Hope you're good at this stuff.
You just Ursher persona?
Oh.
Ursher persona?
Oh, Ursher persona. Yes, let's go with that. Do you think Gen Z knows who Usher is?
Isn't that
only if they know what it is.
Ursher?
Are we dating ourselves? You know what? Let's
No.
not think that hard. Let's just build.
How old is Usher? He's not a millennial.
No.
He's 40. Yes. I care about roller skating, my hair, and
What?
look at that hair.
Diet is not important.
I think that's an older image of Ursher. He actually has, I believe, cotton candy pink hair now.
Why do you know this off the top of your head?
With the way
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're right. Interest, probably making friends, music, yeah, dancing, TikTok, celebrity. I don't know. I'm improving.
He likes roller skating. Hope.
I know. Skills. All right, drivers, followers on social media, self-improvement. That's probably it. Fun. Cool. So the next part is where we look at what's working or what not working in the world of roller skating apps. So this is where everyone can participate. All right, so basically we look at existing solutions to this. Have you ever seen a roller skating rink app? Probably not. But there may be things that are similar that we can draw from that would help enhance our roller skating app experience. Or we can see, what are the things that are currently broken when you go to a roller skating rink, or you're trying to be a great roller skater, and we just list that out. So everyone, you can see over here, we have some nice little virtual post-it notes. So you take one of these, Command C, Control C, Command V, Control V, and you copy and paste it, or I think Command D automatically duplicates it as well. And there you go. You just type in what you want, what's working, and yeah. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna take like 5 to 10 minutes doing that for both working and not working. So feel free to drop what you're thinking in the chat, or yeah, update a post-it note. Let's do it. Arnisha asked, will we be having another webinar like this soon? Yes, we do this on a monthly basis. If you go to techbychoice.com, you can see the different events. We have this, Product and Chill. We have Dev and Chill if you're interested in developing with us. We do Mint and Chill, where we do a more fun version of this that's less serious and just about creating memes with Figma. And we also do portfolio reviews monthly, and we have this upcoming ChatGPT 101 event. So go ahead and go to techbychoice.com. The link will be in the chat. Yeah, become a member and sign up for events for this live. But back to what's working and not working. We have so many things that are not working. So many things. All right, so I think we need inspiration.
Inspiration? Should I get the memes?
Yeah, so give me a second. All right, so let's find a rotator. Oh, you know, this is the hard way, to be honest. And like, you can copy images from the internet and paste them right here. I need to think like a roller skater. The other way is actually, there's this plugin called Unsplash where you can search for what you want.
Can you explain a plugin? Hope, like, why does Figma have plugins?
So sometimes there are different things that you want to do that Figma has not already built into their application. And so you can right click and select plugins, and these are the plugins that I've already added, but you can find a whole bunch of plugins that do a random slew of things. And specifically this one, Unsplash, is like a photo finding app, and it just speeds up your workflow in terms of trying to find photos. We'll find a roller skater here, and let's take this one. All right, where'd it go? Oh no, it replaced my other photo.
So we're right now just trying to, like, in the product design channel, design sprint, we're at the stage where we would actually do user research. We would talk to, we would make surveys, talk to people, ask them about their experience during user interviews and things like that to figure out what's going on in the current market. At this stage, we would also run something called competitive analysis. So we would get a list of the top roller skating apps out there, and we would create this like table and grid to figure out what's working and what's not working. And we would compare the features, functionality, how much people are paying for it, and put that into a table so that we understand, like, okay, this is the demographic, this is the market, and then we would go from there. But because this is a streamlined, very fast-paced event, we want to make it fun and make sure that we're not making it seem too overwhelming for people. So we're doing light Google searches every now and then, not required, but we're mostly just going off of our gut. And so some ideas that I have around what it's like to go to a roller ring is that I've gone to some other events that have the similar demographic, the similar music, but there's more tech involved that makes things easier. So I would definitely say something that's not working is that roller rings don't have enough tech. And so I would want to make it like, can we streamline picking up your skates by using an app so you could just reserve your shoe size and all that stuff and then just pick it up. Like, need more tech.
Doesn't need more tech.
Maybe, I don't know. Food, like, because I could see the tech working for ordering food, your skates,
Yeah. So like the experience is more. You don't
streamlined.
you don't have to take off your shoes and go back and forth.
Yeah. Well, you don't. Never. I don't think you've been skating. Have you been to a roller ring?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you can even request songs.
Yeah, that might be a cool thing. That seems like a key feature.
Yes. Look at us. And if you have ideas of what we could build, drop it. Feel free to come off mute, join the conversation.
Also, putting away, like in the wintertime, putting away your, easily putting away your jackets, bags, and stuff in safe areas. Being able to find it easily. Almost.
Alright, so yeah. That is lockers. Question.
Yes.
What are these things called? These things.
What
Oh,
things?
that's how people learn how to skate?
What are they called?
Wow.
They're like strollers, but
I don't know.
I thought I called them guides. I was like guides. Learning, roller skating. Let's see. There's different levels. Like most roller skating rinks are flat. Would you consider like the ones that have? That's usually like just like a skate park, right?
What's they call a skate aid? A skater aid?
Skaterade?
Skate ranger. That's vision. Skater aid.
Skaterade. Today I learned.
Skate mate. Roller skate trainer. What?
Hey.
Or skate mate is the brand name.
Welcome, Anita. Feel free to introduce yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. All right, so I don't know. Okay, so.
But okay, wait. We're building this for Usher. Remember, so like Usher has like higher expectations of like luxury. Why are you zooming in like this?
Yes.
Did you just like glitch?
No, I did on purpose.
Okay.
You guys, I just make sure y'all are awake.
Yes.
So would there be like VIP areas in the rink?
Oh.
Sections. We don't have any sections.
Our bottle
All
girls.
service.
Bottle girls.
Right.
Let me type in. Should I type in Usher on Twitter and see like what feedback I get? Has he gotten into any wildness? Maybe I shouldn't.
No.
I'll do this off screen so it's not on the live stream.
I think this. Yeah, if you think about Usher's perspective, you can't pay with Usher bucks.
Oh wait, yes, we need to accept Usher bucks.
Oh guys, I don't want to go there, but I'm gonna go there. So would it just be Usher fiat bucks or Usher crypto?
No,
No, it's just like the little fake money he printed out.
neither. What does Usher care about? Usher is smooth. What? See? Why? See, we can enhance the roller skating. We can do roller skating karaoke.
Ah, yes.
Oh, nice.
So definitely, like what? That's nice. A stage for like performances.
Oh, that's true. It's really just like what if there's a stage in the center?
Mm-hmm.
This is not digital, but whatever.
It could be a sign up for different artists to come and sing at the roller skate rink.
Oh. We need live performances at the roller ring.
Yes.
This is we're streaming on Livestream. Let me put this in the chat then.
So, yeah, I think also, well, we don't. Have you guys gone mini golfing?
Yeah.
So like, mini golfing is cool because like it like switches between waiting to a certain extent and interacting with the experience. So there's like, but with the roller skating rink, it's just like a big circle. I guess you can exit when you have to get back on, but you could make it like IKEA-esque to where like there are different levels of roller skating rinks, where there's different challenges within the roller skating rink. You know what I mean?
So we're having like, what is that show that we watched that came on like?
Squid Games? Roller Squid Games?
No, that's intense.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about the guy. It was like the face, the stone face, and it was on Nickelodeon in the 90s. Oh my God, what is it called?
Stone Face? Is that like from SpongeBob?
No, it was like before
Guy?
SpongeBob came out.
Guy? What type of stone?
Nickelodeon show about with stone face guy. Let me hold on. Legends of the Hidden Temple, but for the roller ring.
Nobody knows this. Alright.
You don't know what it is, Hope.
If you drop a 1 in the chat, if you
No one drop anything in the chat. Please do not prove Hope as being true. This everyone. If you do drop a number, just vote in my favor, please.
This is Temple Run.
I don't think you've ever seen that show. I remember that show. I'm just dating myself. I remember this show.
Oh, is that what happened? Like they go through different stages?
Yeah, it's like it was. They would have all of these. What is it like the American? You know that where they're like running and it's like those things.
Gladiator?
Like yeah, American Gladiator, but it was for kids.
So you could do that. We could reset the format. All right.
Well, yeah, but we should do that, but for skating.
I think it's time to move on.
You think we're getting a little bit too out there?
All right, well, we're gonna move on to the brainstorming features section. So this is where we try and enter reality again. And
Nope, no more reality.
basically, how this works is like you take a look at what we said over here, what's working, not working, and if we're building a product to help enhance roller skaters' experience at the roller skating rink, you can take what's working and turn that into a feature, or you can take what's not working, do the opposite of it, and that tends to be a feature. And we can do this methodically, or we can just spitball the ideas that we've been talking about. And then once we have a bunch of features over here, then we group them into like what themes are repeating, and then vote on which features we think would be most essential or unique to this app that we're building.
Why are there no videos of Usher skating on Twitter?
There have to be. What are you searching?
Usher. Oh, I found one.
Alright, so I think we went. So when you go to the roller skating rink, actually the first thing is like usually there's enough space. I think it'd be cool to have roller skating membership with access to exclusive features.
What about the come on, Hope, you're being too serious right now. We've talked about having a stage for performers. Where's that? The temple run? You're talking about monetization first off?
Hey, hey,
Who are you?
who's gonna pay for this? Who's gonna pay?
Usher will pay.
Sure.
We're building directly for him.
Okay.
This, I just to do a quick commercial break to let everyone know this product and chill session has been sponsored by Usher and Usher directly. He is helping us build a better tech industry, making it more diverse by supporting us and allowing us to build this app and paying us all for it in Usher bucks, unfortunately. Thank you for listening to this horrible commercial break. We'll jump back into the design challenge as of now. Again, who allowed me to live stream this? Like, why do we do this? Maybe we shouldn't live stream this anymore.
I think we're doing great. Let's continue. Okay, so I guess I should be less serious. So I guess a cool feature of the app is we'll just take what someone said over here about a stage for
Live performers.
Going to take that. Now we're going to pasta. Cool. That's a cool feature. Song requests, I think that was another feature. Karaoke. Basically, I'm just taking all the stuff that are unique to the roller rink. You like roll around. Pretty straightforward. I think lessons were cool, like sign up. Oh, but really, because it's an Usher app, you get exclusive VIP access to Usher. Are you guys not entertained?
No, I'm sorry. I'm doing social media stuff.
I need everyone to laugh at my jokes, or else.
Oh, this is so funny, Hope. You're so great. Congratulations. You won a free iPod. Do people still have iPods?
No, I don't think so. But also, like, you sound like those ads we used to get on the.
I know. That's why.
My head used to fall for it.
I'm glad my imitation worked, but it seems like you didn't get it. You didn't get it.
Spacing is very important.
Especially in this moment, Hope. This is exactly what we need to focus on. But I know someone just recently joined, so I want to take a moment to welcome you to our product and chill for today. Themes are starting to heat up right now. We have gone through the process of picking our problem of building a app for the roller rings, but we have even digged in deeper and said that we are building a roller rink app for Usher. Yes, the Usher. And so we have gone through the process of defining what the problem is, creating our user persona, and then we've talked about some of the themes that are currently working well at the roller rings as is, and some of the things that we would like to see improvements on. And currently from that session, we are now in the brainstorming features session. So that means we are now trying to figure out how can we turn these problems and things that are working and not working and turn it into actual features that we can build out. I've said a lot of words and it sounds very scary, but I want you to know this is a super chill space. If you would like to join us, go ahead and check the link that I just dropped into the chat. That will take you to the Figma file, and from there you'll be able to join us. You can watch. If you're not logged in, you won't be able to edit, and the best way to really experience this session and this event is if you log in, if you edit, if you come off mute and join the conversation, you really get the full experience. And so that's what we always highly suggest. So to make sure you can edit, you would have to just log in or create a Figma account, which is free. So I hope you join us that way. And if not, you could definitely just hang out and watch and give input and feedback either by coming off mute or writing into the chat. And we are checking all of those things. Yeah. And if you have any questions about anything, please let us know. Are you stuck? Are you in a loophole? Hope?
I had a good idea. I had a good idea and it just definitely died.
I'm sorry.
In my mind. It's so sad. Welcome, Miguel.
Hello.
Hey. How's it going, Mr. Cat?
Good.
Miguel, have you come to an event before? I think your name.
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's your name plus the cat. Can't forget the cat.
It's so catching.
That was pretty bad. Please try again. Welcome back. Thank you for joining. Hope you've been well since the last time we shared space.
I've been alright.
So to get you up to speed, we're building a roller skating rink app that will help Usher have an awesome experience at the roller skating rink. Yeah, we went through what's working, what's not working. We're going through features, and yeah, anything is possible at the roller skating rink right now. Basically, we're creating the Disney of roller skating rinks. So
wow, that's not how I was describing it, but that's a great way to describe it.
Yeah, that's kind of fantastic.
10 out of 10.
okay, it's Hooters meets Disney World.
What?
No.
I mean, we should yes, we need a hot wing bar. Yeah, you're actually onto something. Do we have a section about food?
There's no food here. Like,
yeah, what are we doing? What am I doing? I'm doing a disservice to us all.
Yeah, what about barbecue or?
People say the best food are found at certain clubs and establishments.
Yes. Let's not say what establishments because we're on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So hot wings, barbecue. I want some fried fish sometimes, you know.
Fried fish.
That could be an interesting smelling roller rink. I'm just.
I think you have a point, but you know, maybe we shouldn't add that one. But what else do we need?
A great HVAC system.
Well, you're gonna need it regardless.
I was thinking of like a venue rental service. So like schools, corporate, like businesses could rent it.
That is amazing.
Big bucks.
Look at us bringing in money and monetizing for all the other stuff that we've added unnecessarily.
Will there also be like a teaching service of sorts?
That's
Yeah, because during the pandemic, well, the shutdown, a lot of people did like that. I'm learning how to skate and doing all the tricks thing.
And I think it's an interesting service when there's like a downtime for learning. So there's not downtime, there's always some kind of income.
All right, I'm going to start
It
categorizing.
could be a warm-up session for skating too, especially for new people. Certain ways you need to actually bend and skate and move.
Oh, yeah.
Will there also be insurance?
A liability waiver in the app? Yeah, definitely.
Oh, in-app waivers. Look it up. We should actually build this, and we could probably monetize. I mean, I don't know about the hot wings and barbecue and the live performers, but for some of this actually might be helpful for...
What's wrong with hot wings and barbecue?
I'm just saying that'll be a little bit harder to execute on for like an MVP.
Okay.
Unless you have wings that you can deliver at scale.
Oh, DoorDash.
Oh yeah, we could integrate that.
Yeah, integrate DoorDash. Look at us. Look at us.
Just add all the things.
This design challenge, top notch, best way to learn how to navigate this stuff in tech. So far what we're doing right now is actually doing like feature parity, figuring out like what we can actually build based off of some of the problems that we are seeing in the space. And so in a normal design sprint in a workplace, you would be doing this. Of course, maybe the conversations won't be as colorful as we're having here, depending on your workplace. And honestly, I hope they're not, because it's work. But this is how you would talk about these things and how you would go about thinking of features that we can build out that are where you're able to monetize, because that's really important to a business, as well as like what will keep people interested. And then once we have enough of these examples on the board, we will go through and we will start to do dot voting to see what is the most important thing we should build out and like focus on. In the workplace, dot voting, you would pull in different stakeholders. So this could be people who are like maybe the CEO or our directors, our VPs, and sometimes it could even be some other people that you're building directly for, and they will start to vote and say like, this is what's most important to me, and this is what I would love to see in the application. And so that helps you understand, okay, this is what I need to, as a business, this is what we need to focus on and build out so we can reach our bottom line, build products that are useful, we're changing the space and all that good stuff, the startup speak that people like to push. So that's where we are and how we map the fund to well, are you spelling that incorrectly on purpose?
Yeah. Educational entertainment.
Oh, okay. Whew. It was confusing me. But yeah, this is how we're pairing our fund to in real life stuff. We hope it is helpful. If you have any questions about this, as far as like how you would come up with new things or what this process looks like, please feel free to come off mute, ask questions, drop the questions in the chat, and we can answer them.
I have a question.
Yes.
After MVP is launched, will there also be a research into the dating possibilities, Tinder-ish possibilities of this app?
Yeah, so typically when you have like these, I think they're kind of called strategic bets. They're just usually ideas of how we can improve the environment or improve what we're building, and you would put these bets kind of to the side and say like, let's do some research. Let's see how people are actually using this. After you get like the MVP done and you're making money, like some type of proof that what you're solving is actually useful, then it's a better time to add on to it. So like, yeah, like once we would say we were doing this full force, we actually had Usher to come out and like back us to build out this app. We will go ahead and build out the first version of this with what we picked today. And then the next iteration or a strategic bet would be, should we add in some type of like dating or friendship matching to it, and then do some user testing. We would go through this flow again to see like what that experience would look like. And so each time you want to do something new or build something out different, you would kind of go through these steps in order to build out your product. That was long-winded, but I hope that was helpful.
Thank you. I have another question.
Yes.
Are there any backups just in case Usher does not want to go forward with this, like Cardi B?
Nope. Usher is our sole financial provider for this. If he does not support this with Usher bucks, we are lost in the sauce, and not a good way. It's not the good sauce. It's like blue cheese versus ranch. We would definitely get the blue cheese.
Blue cheese is bad?
I think it is.
What?
I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Those are fighting words in like some.
Some spaces.
I have no idea. I didn't know blue cheese was bad.
You like blue cheese? Blue
That's what I'm doing.
cheese.
I didn't like it when I
Hope,
wasn't
why?
vegan.
Okay, so I think Hope, what you're doing is really cool because you're showing people how we can format and space things out in Figma. Can you explain like how you got that to work?
So there's this concept called auto layout. Basically, it automatically aligns things in vertical or horizontal fashion for you, and so the best example is like this. Oh, we have these two things, and so they're so far away. How do I put them in a straight line? You can do this. You can like, oh yeah, that's not that hard. But say you have like 25 of these things. Oh my God, they're everywhere. What am I gonna do? So you just select all of them, frame it. Oh, actually, you don't even have to frame it. There's this thing called add auto layout, and boom, it's like magic. And then you can change the direction that you want them to order it in, and control how far they're spaced.
Oh wow. So I just learned something new today. Thank you all.
Yep.
I'm being very
It's totally unnecessary for this because this is like a free-flowing thinking thing. But you'll see later when we design that order and spacing are very integral to creating beautiful design. All right, cool. So now the next step that we have is voting. So at this point, we pick which features are we actually.
Wait. Hope, you just discovered or shared a real gem of Figma. Let's give that some space and see if anyone has any questions about auto layouts.
Yeah.
Because I know folks are new. We have a lot of folks who are new to using Figma, and definitely want to make sure that people understand what these features are and how they can use them. So if you have questions, feel free to drop it in the chat, come off mute. This is like the best place to ask those questions. All right, go ahead, Hope. Sorry.
The next step is where we choose which features we want to work on. So if you see over here, we have some nice little green dots. And so what you can do is take one of these guys, take 3 and pick, I guess, 3 sections that you believe should be in the application that we are going to prototype. For example, I am of the belief that enhanced entertainment is the future of roller skating rings. So will place my vote here. I also believe social.
No, can we just vote for the actual feature? Because the feature that we vote for would be the feature that we,
Add to the MVP.
yeah, we would build today.
So you only want to vote one dot?
How many features are we trying to bring into the?
Yeah. So vote for either membership, for business, ad rank experience, educational attainment, enhanced attainment, or I don't know what intangibles are, even though I voted.
No, don't do that. Switch it back. Thank you. I also changed the dots to purple so it's easier to see. But yeah, let's vote for the actual feature that we want to like build out for today. Typically in this process, we would be building out, we would be picking the thing that makes the most sense to build for the business, but let's just focus on what we want to actually see in today's design sprint.
Choose the feature you want to see.
Choose the future you want to see. Write that down. That's quotable. That's quote tweet, retweet.
I can tweet it right now.
Wow.
Tweet it and tag TBC, please. And then I will retweet.
All right, we're gonna give everyone 2 more minutes. Feel free to drop in the chat your feature that's your favorite feature that we should work on.
Where's the food? Oh,
Enhanced entertainment.
I see it. Oh, we can't. Oh, so you have to drop the dot like underneath or above the actual sticky because of the auto layout.
You can drop it wherever you like.
Bring it to front.
I think hot wings would work the best in a.
Oh wow, you can't bring it to front. That sucks.
Yeah. I think song request would be really cool. And then I also think like requesting like sign up for lessons would be great. We should actually build this. Can we build this in our Devon show?
Song request would be cool.
Yeah. I think we can build it.
All right, so let's do a check-in with the chat. Like, how are we feeling for the folks who are still with us about this process so far? Are we liking it? What's standing out to us?
I have another question. Will it only be hot wings, or could we have like hot lion mane steaks?
Oh, lion mane, so vegan food.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't pay with mushroom bucks.
Based on according to our initial polling numbers, it seems that ad rank experience is in the lead. Close second, we have a tie between social and enhanced entertainment. Would someone like to break the tie?
I've used my three points, my 3 dots.
I can pretend like I'm another person.
I think there was some info in the chat that might have more details.
All right. Are you going to vote on Sybil's behalf?
I think so. Can you do it? Because I'm.
Yeah, I got it. So
multitasking.
she said that. She said, ad rank experience, boom. Of course. Social, boom. And enhance. Oh, she increased the tie.
Take it. This one.
She just made the tie stronger.
Shoe Renzo's. I was the one that voted for Shoe Renzo's. Leave it. I'm gonna vote there.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so it's clear the top three, which is that's what we'll focus on. 3 screens, three features. Cool. Boom. I think we need a winner. We need a winner thing. Let's do this. So it's clear. I think we've done this before. Because it's never really that. Let's make this purple. And let's make that.
Oh shoot, I'm unmuted. I'm so sorry.
Winner. That's not what I want. Let's remove this. This is not necessary, guys. But actually, one of the best things about this is like over time we just iterated it and things have gotten better. Like we've been using inaccessible colors to build this whole entire time. Until today. Fuck that up.
What does that mean, inaccessible colors?
I mean, it's kind of hard for some people to see or differentiate between like certain things that are like colored too closely together.
Yeah.
I hope I said that correctly.
You did a really great job. Just like visual impairments. So you want to make sure your colors have enough contrast so that it's seen for most eyes and not just some eyes.
Yeah. In like software development, there's like a big push for like ARIA settings that
too deep. I think a good way to summarize what Andre was about to go into is that there's different ways that we could build out applications to make sure that we're thinking about multiple experiences. And so within the code, there are certain things that we can tackle and add in there to make it more accessible and easier for all people to use the internet. But we could also do the same thing with our design. So making sure that our design is easier for all people to interact and see it.
Thank you for that explanation. Appreciate it.
No worries. It's actually a really big topic, and it's the accessibility industry is a great industry that you can go down and make really good money and do very fulfilling work. But it's actually not talked about that often. So I'm glad that that came up.
Truly is.
I think we need to move on, but I am intent on putting these inside the frames.
Are you all caught up?
No.
He didn't get it.
I'll let it slide.
God, guys.
I'm just gonna let that one burn. That's all.
Let's go to the main component.
You're just gonna let it burn. Oh, okay. We made it here.
Oh. Because that was. Alright. I don't know if he has any song called like High Rollers.
Hope, can we move on to the next part and you finish this in a different time? Why are we watching? Like, I tried to let this go. I'm just like, let me just let him have his moment, but it just keeps going.
All right, so we're moving.
He's a pixel perfectionist.
Let's get this.
All right, so the customer journey, you come to the roller skating rink and you roller skate. Wonderful. Ideally, we go through discovery, involvement, consideration, decision, service, and after. And if you want to look at other events, you can see that we do a favorable, fashionable, fantastic job at this. But we've talked through it so much, I do believe we just have it inbred into our system. So,
do you want me to do a quick overview of that? Or should we just move on?
Yeah, let's move on. So then the question is, when we're designing this app, what are the principles of the app? Like, what are the emotions, values, words that we want to be evoked when the user opens up the application. What are you looking for when you go to the roller skate? Roller skate.
Lemon pepper wings.
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna write that down, but I.
So if we're thinking about the fact that we're building this for Usher, like we have to think larger than life, like luxurious. Like this is the top-notch roller ring. Like this is if you're trying to have a good experience, this is where flavor. Why'd you put flavor? Okay, whatever. Let's just. I don't need answers. Oh. Seasoning.
Lemon pepper.
That's what I was ripping off of. Fresh. But fun, obviously. And then very musical. Musically driven. And so, fun? Did I say fun? Not funny. What else would Usher care about? When you go roller skating, you want it to be fast, zippy, right? Kind of bouncy? No. What's it called? Wavy, bro.
Modern, fun.
Did you say modern?
Yeah, modern. Cause like, yeah.
Because the typical association is with like an old thing. Yeah, so it's actually interesting because I was talking about mini golf earlier, but I went to this mini golf called Pop Stroke, but it was made by Tiger Woods. It was made by Tiger Woods. It was made by Tiger Woods, and yeah, the experience was like top notch.
It was top notch, top golf, awesome.
So let's move on to colors. All right, I think we started. Bye bye to the puppet dogs.
For those of you who are on Twitter, we are tweeting about this event live, and we could definitely use your support. If you're having a good time, please feel free to give this a retweet. Let us know how you're feeling. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link to the tweet in the chat. We don't typically market our events, and because of that, we don't reach people and get to enjoy these events with a lot of people. So we're trying to improve on that this year, and with your help, we can do that. Expand our reach, let people know the fun that we get to have in these events, and so that would be very appreciated. And if you don't use Twitter, if you could use the hashtag product and chill, that would be very helpful. We will be able to see that on all social media platforms, and we'll engage and interact with you through our through the Tech by Choice accounts. Thank you for listening to this sponsored message thanks to Usher. We are all getting paid, as a reminder, in Usher bucks for this event.
I don't think I won.
It does, yeah, you know, no one wanted Usher bucks in the world, but it's there, and so we just accept it.
Yeah, but I don't want to get paid in Usher. Okay. What I can do about that?
No dare.
Picture's huge. Okay. I feel like these are taken in the same rank.
Oh, Hope, these are not. Why would we use generic? use Splash Photos, when we just said that this app is about flavor, it's about style, it's about seasoning. We
Where am I
need
gonna?
we
Where
need
am I gonna find?
memes. We need memes.
Do you have memes?
I'm pulling them. Give me a second.
Yeah. I'm
We
just.
need more images of Usher.
Is this what you mean by modern?
I don't know what I mean by modern.
Is this modern?
I think so. It's art.
So like, really, what type of design is this? Well, Usher is not flat. I don't think he is. He's
Flash?
like his design aesthetic is not flat.
Oh, flat.
Let's go to Usher's Instagram. So only 10 milli. So like, yeah, you see the color pop. Immediately, you're like, what is on his head?
There goes the hair I was telling y'all about. Okay, so I guess it's not cotton candy pink. It's more red.
Also, pro tip, guys, if you're on a picture in Instagram and you type /media, it should take you to the media version of it that you can.
What is the media version? What does that mean, Hope?
Oh.
It's just like it's a link to the actual file that you can download. Because if you can't download, you'll download the whole page if you try and download like this.
Oh.
So is that an easy way for us to snag images off of the internet?
Yes, it is.
Oh, thank you, Hope.
Wow.
Hope is out here with the gems.
So right now what we're doing is we're actually building out like a mini brand guide. Like these brand guides can get very intensive and have lots of moving pieces to it. But how we like to get started with the brand guide is to just find images that represent what we're trying to build. Right now it seems like the only images I'm currently pulling is just images of Usher skating. And using that as like our mood board. Like a lot of people will make mood boards using what's it called? Pinterest, or throwing images into Figma. So we have all of these different themes there. As we build out, we could use the images to come up with ideas about the color for the app, to come up with what the font could look like. All these different themes can come from these mood boards. So that's where we're currently at in this process.
I also want to point out that this is what I did. You guys, so I used Midjourney and I asked for a modern roller skating rink, and this is what it gave me. Copy, paste this. Which one do you like?
I like the top right for some odd reason.
I think, yeah, that kind of matches this picture of Usher. Where is it? This one.
Interesting.
Right? Kind of.
Yeah, I like those color combinations. So let's make a color palette.
Oh, so we're going to upgrade that one and
There's a lot of images of Usher skating.
yeah, but you see like the neon, something's always highlighted. That's what roller skating rinks are, but he likes red. So yeah, I guess we should pick some colors. So what is color philosophy? Like so maybe we should improve this, because when you're picking a color palette, you need like certain types of colors, right? It's not just any colors.
Yeah, so typically you pick like one bold color.
Okay.
And that's like your base brand color. Then you have like what is it? The 60-30-20 rule for colors. Hold on, let me pull this up. Yeah, it is. So, let me find an image that will explain this that I can pull in. So, oh, this is great. So this works for like almost all design related projects, whether it's design, like web design, interior design, or anything like that. So you have a primary color, so you'll use that primary color 60% of the time, and that is typically your action color. So you use this color when you want people to know, like, this is a button that will take you to submit the form, get to the next page, and things like that. So that is your 60% like primary color. Then you can have the secondary color, and it's typically broken into two different colors, like the main secondary color and then a muted version of that. So something that's a little bit more toned down, so you can have that variation. And those two colors are split and used 15% of the time. And then you have your accent color. So I think I might switch what I said, and maybe your accent color could be your action item color so that it stands out more, or maybe if you use your primary as your action color, so say you have like a moto form, and you have, in this form you have like two buttons, and each of the button, you have one that you want to do like submit, and we could say that our primary is going to be this red, and then you have another color that is like cancel or go back or delete or you don't agree, something to that effect. So like the opposite, why won't this copy? The opposite, what am I doing wrong? The opposite of what the main color should be, the main action. So you would take that and, oh, I see what I did wrong. So you would take that and you would make.
Sorry, you just do it here, please.
That's okay. So this would be your secondary, and so this is like just a very quick example of like how this could be used to explain these roles and like how you could use the secondary or accent color and things like that. There's a lot of like theory about picking color. There are theories around like what is luxury colors. There is the theory, the psychology of colors, which I think is in one of these. There it is. We do have like the psychology of colors that I'll drag into here. So each color is supposed to present different emotions, and different industry uses it for different themes and different reasons. And we found that over time that this chart has been a really solid chart for us to use to kind of explain the psychology of color. So if anyone would like to learn a little bit more about psychology of color, this is a chart that you can reference, and it's like really, really helpful.
So do you want the accent to be red then?
Yeah, I think the accent should be red. Like, I think it's a good color combination. I could see this being like red, black, white, because that's something that's like repeating throughout these images.
So the primary color should be what?
So the primary color should be some type of red. So one of the harder things that we found with colors, and that may be hard for people who are newer to this, with coming up with color combinations, is finding color palettes. So one really great way to get better at this, if this is a skill that you're looking to like build upon, is that just try to grab palettes that other people have made that match the look and feel that you would like to go with. There was this color palette site.
COOLOR.
Yeah, no. I
There's
mean
an
that
app from
respectfully.
Adobe called Cooler.
Cooler?
Kuler, I believe.
Yeah, so that one is actually really cool. So it's like Adobe. So these are, if you know what you want like your base color to be, this is a great website that you can go to figure out like, okay, like how can I, based off of like color theory, how can I update this or create a color palette that is like aesthetically pleasing. But sometimes if you're at a space where you're just like, I don't even know what color to use to get started with, this may be a little bit overwhelming. It can help you like get to a space where you're like, okay, I think I know how to use this or to build out with these colors. But like if I'm looking at this, I feel like none of these colors that I just cycled through kind of match the principles and themes and values that we listed out. So sometimes it's easier to go to pre-built color palettes. Like this color palette seems closer to what we're kind of looking for. So I would actually, I'm
Are you
sorry.
sharing something?
Oh, no one can see me outside of the live stream. Okay, hold on.
I can't even see you. So
Let me share my screen. Oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen. Give me 1 second. What the hell? I'm still sharing the wrong screen. Okay, one more time, and I might get this right. So, when I look at the color wheel here, I put in the color that we have in the Figma. Well, we had in the Figma. I can grab this new color. And I put it into the Adobe color thing. And make that my base color. And I can go through all of the different like color theory rules and get palettes that are pre-generated. But these pre-generated colors like don't really fit the vibe that we like created. And so sometimes if you don't know what colors to start with, this is a little bit overwhelming. So what we can do is go to a website that builds out color palettes, and then just like search through this. I find it a little bit easier when you're starting to learn how to build out color palettes to like lean in on things like this, versus doing the color generator because they're not as like the color harmony may be a little bit off and you may not have the skill or the eye to tweak it. But yeah, using color palettes that are already pre-created by other people, either using images or if they pick the colors out themselves, will help you like build better color palettes. Yeah. I don't know if that, I hope that was helpful. I feel like that background sound was the equivalent of crickets.
believe in yourself.
Do I? Will I? Does that actually work? We hope so.
So the colors I chose were based off of this photo, this top right one. But I'm going to drop the new photo that I asked for.
I think these two colors are good. I would actually push this to, like, we would need a white in there at some point. Like a background color.
This is what I use. I don't know.
So I think one of the things that I struggle with is that the colors that you use in different mediums may not always translate that well to
Digital products.
Yeah. So what I would say is that you want your primary to be a strong color, because again, you would typically use your primary color as like your
logo,
your call to action. You would another thing to think about is that this color would be what you use in your merch. So like what that color look like on t-shirts, on hats, on backpacks, like how well does that translate in like multiple areas. So that's something to keep in mind with choosing your primary color. I think these are really good secondary and accent colors. I personally like to use a accent color that is complementary to your primary color. So if we look at a color wheel,
this is too red. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. So this is too red. This is a good accent color, kind of, but this is too deep. So if we play around with the, also Hope, I don't know how you pulled me into getting so deep in colors, but
it's because we brought the photos and we actually, I think we have a way to approach it now, which is actually more valuable.
Yeah. So something like this would read better on the web than what was initially there. And I think it would work well, but if I look at this color wheel, right? Where did the color wheel go? So I typically do complementary colors for your primary, which complementary of green, red would be green. You can also do something that's like, I forgot the words for it, but actually the color wheel would be this would be a good time to use the color wheel, because I think we have our primary color and we know what that looks like. So if we bump this into here, it can help us find the other color that we might want to use. So blue might look well with that. Some type of yellow.
So like gold.
I don't think gold, that could get gaudy. So like this yellow could be a good yellow. Yeah, so you see how like the harmony you now have in like these colors? It does take time, like picking colors for branding can get like pretty intensive. I can show you when we did the rebranding for Tech by Choice, we went through lots of colors and lots of iterations. So this part seems pretty heavy, and it seems like there's we spent a lot more time, I feel like, on the colors this time than we have before. But to show you like iteration on colors, when we redid the Tech by Choice branding, we were iterating quite a lot for colors, and we did like multiple jumps, trying to figure out possible combinations and thinking about what it would look like with their logos. And I currently have a problem, I'm sorry, because I kept coming up with different color ideas, and it kind of felt never ending until we kind of like solidified on some of these designs that led to our actual color palette that we now use today, which is Enter, Stand, Thrive. So it does take iterations, it does take time, but once you get those colors down, there's a lot that you can start to build out and build the visual identity of your brand. So a lot of moving pieces. And so that's what we are trying to highlight and cover in this design sprint today.
Anyway, so what I'm doing right now is I'm saving all of the colors as styles.
Oh wait, can you share your screen so that people can see how to do that?
Alright, so let's go to Zoom. So what we're looking at right here is, right, so we have the different colors that we selected, and so what you realize is that when you're designing, you'll want to use the same colors over and over again. And Figma does have like a color picker, as you've seen us use, like this. We can change the color, but they have this other feature where it's called what is this called? Okay, so I can show you how it works. Okay, so here, when you press this button, you can pick different styles, and you can save the color styles as like a new style. So right now we're calling the app Roller World, and I'm calling the secondary 2. And I'm going to say these other ones, and I'll show you when it's used. So this one, I just created a new style. It's Roller World. We're gonna call this accent, and then we're gonna call this Roller World, and we're gonna call this background. So essentially, what happens now is, like, if I go here and I want to change the color of this to one of these colors, I can, instead of choosing a fill manually, I can go here and I can search Roller World, and boom, all of a sudden we have the background. And so the beauty of this is where you change, when you edit this once, it gets edited everywhere. I'm gonna copy save this before I change it, but as you can see, that's the power of the styles.
Wow, 10 out of 10. Great job describing that, Hope. And I actually like that color. Was that the default color we had?
Which one?
The yellow?
That's the color that was there, yeah.
Oh, wow. Great color we picked. Brings me joy.
So do we want that to be the background? No, that's accent color. So I think the background is going to be white.
The background would be the background color.
You guys, this is so funny. All right, so the next step is prototyping. Woo! All right, so for this
Wait,
part,
Hope, what's the point of prototyping?
I mean, we already did all the hard work, which is figuring out what to build. So we're done. Not really. So like when you prototype, you basically take your ideas who are in mostly text form and translate them into visual form. And why is that useful? Because then you can actually show someone your idea and be like, okay, this is what I think this solution to this problem could be. What are your thoughts? And then from there, you can actually get feedback from users, friends, family, the world, and iterate.
So this is the inside of the workplace. Like, we would get to this space, and there's a couple of different ways that we could do this. Like, if we were in person and we weren't doing this virtually, I would pass out pieces of paper to people, give them rulers and markers, and have them quickly do paper sketches of just boxes and squares to represent how they would lay out information. Hope, why are you using AI for this? What are
This
you
is
doing?
awesome. Yes, Hope. Yes. Yes.
Oh wait, it's picking fonts?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back to that later. So if we were in person, I would send out, I would pass out papers. We would actually do pen and paper sketches to figure out what is the layout, how could we put this information, and what is the workflow that would make the most sense to anyone from any background, keeping our persona of Usher in mind, how we would build out this app. But since we're virtual and we can leverage the collaborative tool of Figma, we're doing this online. So this is a great spot for folks who would like to get involved, to jump in and start to design out what our app will look like. And we will just do boxes and squares, and we can make it as high or low fidelity as we would like. And that means that we could leave it at boxes and squares, or we can get it like as close to pixel perfect as we want to, so it looks really cool, and we will build out our app that way. Is this Roller World like Wally World? Is that the inspiration?
I keep on thinking of roller, like I keep on thinking of Secret World, like Marvel.
Yeah, I think we need a better name. Hope, come on, do your thing where you come up with these dad-like puns. Between Usher and Rollering.
All right, I need content. All right, Usher's songs.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I'm all caught up.
Super skate. I don't know what you want to say. I really do.
No, well, I guess we could just stay
Is this supposed to
here.
be fun? Is like the tagline supposed to be fun?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not unless you want to white label this experience.
Okay.
Sell it as a service.
Because words that have to do with roller skating.
You know, I feel like I shouldn't have asked you to do this. Let's just move on to the next screen.
My brain does not have horsepower for what you're asking for.
Has anyone came across design variables?
I have not. At least I don't think I have. Yeah. Refine, skating, redefine.
Did we ever say that neither Hope nor I are designers by trade?
You did not say that. I do know that, but you did not say that. Oh, that hurts.
Are we doing rounded edges or not?
I think so, because roller skates around circular circles. Is that the right word? Whatever.
What about calling it, instead of Roller World, call it Sail Along?
No, it's okay. Let's just leave it at Roller World.
Do you like this font?
I do.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna start with boxes, or at least frames that have a random color in it, so we can see what's gonna be on each page. And we're gonna do that in 5 minutes. Or let's see, it's gonna take 2 minutes for each page, and then we'll high fidelity it up. All right. Yeah, you ready?
Yes. Should I turn the timer on?
Wait. Let's make sure we put ourselves in a position of success, so I don't flip back and forth.
Ho.
Yeah.
Line them up underneath each other and then copy.
Like this.
Yeah, look at that. Efficient copy and pasting. It's almost like we're developers or something.
I mean,
You're a budding designer, I know.
bud, not buddy. Copy pasta. Why did I do that? Awesome. Great. All right. All right. Add ranking experience is at the top. Socials last. I can. All right. We are about to do this. This is gonna be great. 2 minutes. 2 minutes per. All right. It's 2:12. Oh, my brain's about to blow up. All right.
Do you want help?
Yeah, everyone can join me. Please go ahead and grab a gray square. Actually, let's
design together. Okay, so Hope, you will take which screen?
wait. I need to put a text box in it so that we can all know what's inside. All right, so we need to create the base component. Sorry. This is obviously component. Add all the layout. Boom. Yes. Wonderful. But we probably need to be smaller font. This size 24. And there you go. So we're ready. Copy the thingy. Base. All right, so we're gonna drop these things on the page. Are we ready?
Yes, we are.
All right, things. Go. All right, so at the Ad Ring experience, we're going to have a warm-up, song request, karaoke, upcoming songs and performances. All right.
I can't zoom.
So I guess probably, oops, I don't like this. And this is just like a regular text thing if you want to copy that.
Oh, you mean why don't we just use a component library?
What is that?
Are you serious?
I'm asking for the people in the back.
So a component library is a where do we have that? We had one at some point. I don't remember which one. But a component library is a Figma UI kit. So there's these kits that will make doing wireframes a lot faster. We could definitely do it low fidelity as if we were in working together inside its space, and we were just using pen and paper and using boxes. But the other thing that we could do is use a UI kit. And I'm going to drop a example of a UI kit inside of the Figma file. And so the UI kit typically shows you or gives you different elements that are already pre-built. There's some style to it, but it's definitely like flexible enough that you can make and match your own personal branding and things like that. So there's already pre-built elements, so you can get to the layout a lot faster. So we will focus on using our boxes and squares to talk about this, these experiences on the screen and design for that. So let's go ahead and set the, I feel like we might need 5 minutes since it's digital.
I have a question. I don't know if it's a bright one.
It doesn't need to be bright, it just needs to be a question.
Is there any particular reason why we just use boxes, or why we emphasize using boxes and squares?
So we want to use boxes because we don't want to get caught up in the design elements of it. We want to be able to focus on, is this, the layout of this content, does it make the most sense? Sometimes when we start to introduce like fonts and colors and things like that, we can get caught up on like, is this the right color? Is this the right, as we've seen like with Hope throughout the experience. He has definitely gotten stuck on, is this the right spacing and things like that. I think that's a really good example of how trying to make things look like really great and perfect, which we love because now we have a better overall experience from the updates Hope has made. But you can see that taken away from focusing on, is this the right layout? Is this content making sense? Is this the right hierarchy to turn our ideas into actual screens?
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome.
And that was a real question, by the way, actually.
No
And that
worries.
helped a lot.
I'm glad it's helpful. Because a lot of this stuff, like, as you're learning, it kind of doesn't make sense. Like, you just go with the flow, and then at least for me, when I got started, it didn't make sense. And I felt like I just went with the flow until like I felt comfortable with those things, and then started asking more questions.
Gotcha.
So whenever you start to ask questions that feel basic or rudimentary, or feel like they're like everyone knows the answer, that's actually a sign that you are advancing, because you've learned the basics and now can do a deep dive and get more information.
You telling me that now? No, I definitely am actually watching this. I have to try. Well, I understand. Not getting caught up with. After your explanation, I understand not getting caught up with like using all of these other design tools and just using boxes and squares, especially the way how Hope is like pulling it off right now. To kind of like just like. I guess continue the flow and not necessarily get caught up in like doing everything else at one time. That was a
Yeah.
lot. This is awesome.
Bart Simpson, Lisa Simpson. I love The Simpsons. Well, I was gonna say something else.
Oh, I just saw The Simpsons. I am slow.
That's okay.
I actually like the color scheme on the front screen.
Yeah, it's a good color screen.
Is this the same Hope who was doing the colors from the get-go?
Yeah, isn't that wild?
The growth is real. I love it.
Oh, so there's sections. Oh.
Okay, all right. So we see that some people are doing some things. I think some of them. Someone told me it was amazing. Thank you, Cindy. The social section is coming out, so it looks like we have different people. So I'm going to riff off of this actually. So what is this thing at the top thing?
What thing?
This thing.
Probably search.
No, but this thing about the thing, search thing.
Oh, it's just dragging stuff. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Would that be like the title of whatever screen that is?
Yeah, probably. Title thing. What is the title?
Social.
Yes.
Roller find? Or, yeah. That works.
Oh, you mean search roller buddies.
This would be like a magnifying glass.
Oh, what if the roller ring had like a silent disco thing that you could?
Earphones?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Can we? Some of the things that we build, like I really wish we could get investments and actually build it.
I think we would be.
Should that be a thing I start to work on? Like get actual funding.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we'll get there.
A little seed.
So this is their profile. This is my profile. Let's see.
Detach component. I'm gonna try to do something I've never done before.
What?
Go to the end of the world?
No, use the auto layout. Hope has showed me how to do auto layout like 15 times. It goes in one ear and out the other.
So I'm not the only one who does that.
I don't know, like try really hard. But it doesn't stick.
I think it's great. It's like once you have all the content that you can like adjust the sizing and whatever the spacing.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. I don't like this. Why is this thing being I need to add all the way and add content? There you go. Alright, so Usher. So then I wanted to do like skills. Yeah, badges. That's yes. Yes, sir. Come on, Miguel. He's thinking.
Oh shoot.
So he has all the badges.
You know, this would definitely be cool if in the future, well, this is MVP, so like a Nike plus, I guess collab or a sponsorship or something for like burn calories. Like what kind of, anyway, I just got it from the bad suggestion.
I hope in auto layout, like how do you change direction?
I don't think you have auto layout. But where are you?
The base square. Oh, never mind. I think I did it. I did it! Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
This is intense. It has taken me a year and a half to understand how to click that one button. Feels so accomplished. Me. Little old me. Learning how to use this. I might just put that I'm a designer on my LinkedIn. Don't ask me to design anything though, because I can't. But
Is auto layout one of the features that comes with, like, when you just jumped on a Figma? A Figma file, or would you have to like download plugins?
No, it's a base feature, so it like comes with Figma.
Gotcha.
What's a good icon that could describe people?
A person?
A good icon that can describe people?
Yeah, like social.
What about a Pepe emoji?
No, that's not appropriate.
What does the music thing go to?
Don't ask me questions that I don't know. I clearly don't know the answer to. No, I think. Wait, hold on.
Isn't that one of the screens to like choose music?
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out like what the home icons would do. None of these icons actually make sense anymore.
So we need a social one, and we need a food and services one.
So I thought this would be the social one. Maybe I should add a text, cause like there's no wing.
Do you see what I go through every time I design the navigation bar?
I now understand your plight.
It's actually very important.
It is very important. Without it, we would be lost.
Wow, there you go, the joke of the day, guys.
That wasn't a joke. I don't understand.
What?
That's why it was a joke of the day.
There's a fire rolling in my lane. I guess
Can we just keep this low fidelity?
I know it seems like a lot to upgrade it.
Yeah, that and because of time.
Yeah.
Are we overtime? What time do we start? No, we have like 30 more minutes.
Yeah, I'm out of it though.
Same here. It's all this learning we did today.
It's too much.
You guys are awesome.
A lot of color stuff.
Yeah, we typically speed through a few other things, but today we took the time to learn because we understand that folks in our space today were newer to Figma and things like that, so we wanted to make sure we were building a good experience for all and not just some. And again, I hope folks who are still with us now will join us next month for our next Figma and Chill. It's the last Figma and Chill of our very first iteration, so you are a part of a really cool little thing that we have been trying out here at Tech by Choice. We again have a number of events. Please join us. We are providing value to our community to make sure that they have the skills that they need to do to thrive in tech. And so if you're interested in joining, that would be amazing. Also, I just had someone email us that are going to post like a handful of jobs in our job board, and we'll be joining our Slack as well to make sure that people can reach out to the hiring managers for that company. So we want to do more than just like help people learn skills. We want to help people land jobs. That's going to be a big thing, 2023, getting those big tech checks. So I hope to see everybody winning.
Also, Miguel is killing it. Miguel was killing it, skilling it.
Love to see
Thanks.
it.
There's not enough Usher for me. Where's Usher?
Yeah, I dropped a lot of content. I'm really surprised.
Where's Usher? Usher needs to play a prominent role in this. There's this one. Okay, we're incorporating it into the homepage now.
I was thinking that. So you want to drop like an image of Usher singing or something, or like a large Usher face on the or that. Oh no, my computer sounds crazy.
I don't know if it's gonna work. It probably won't. Because it's dark. We know what we can do. We can find skate. We can find. Is someone looking at my screen? All right, so.
Your screen? Are you
Yeah,
sharing
looking
your
at it
screen?
now.
Okay, yeah. I'm back at looking at your screen.
Well, fonts. I don't want fonts. I want icons.
Hey,
I like this, but it's not this one. I don't. It's not. It's not roller skating. I think we take this one.
I thought it was roller skating.
This one's roller skating.
Is that a plugin or like an app?
Plugin, icon. Where is it? I like this. I think I can change the colors. Only 3,000 colors. Oh, I cannot change the colors. Actually, I can. I can just go. Boop. Just go roller. It's not what I wanted. And then these will be filled with this. You can keep it like that. I use this. TBD.
That's a great suggestion.
What happened?
So Sybil was saying thanks for that suggestion.
You know, it's about that time where I say I'm done, but
Keep going.
it's about that time. Okay, you know what he needs? It doesn't look like it's really moving.
Okay. This was a great idea. 10 out of 10. Very excited that we did this. Can we start to wrap up soon, because actually the live stream is also starting to struggle.
Struggle house.
Keyframe intervals has gone down. I don't know what this means.
So what?
The keyframes are like.
Sounds like it's your computer that's struggling, because the internet has. I mean, it would only struggle on the final, like the resultant device that it's being streamed from.
Well, then my computer is struggling.
Oh, that's fine.
Take off. Boosters. Hey.
How did you just say that you're running out of steam, but I just watched what you just made.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you may be lying.
I have infinite steam.
And that is the main issue.
That's cool.
Let's see. What color would these card thingies be? They would be.
I know y'all probably went over this already. So, how many colors would normally be used for like a project? Like, is there a set number color scheme?
No. What's a really cool company? Lyft. So let me see. So when looking at, okay, I'm gonna share my screen, okay, Hope, to go through this?
Go ahead.
I don't know how to do this.
And sorry about the last second question.
No. Don't be sorry. All questions are important questions. And this is actually a great question. So if we look at a well-established brand right now, Lyft, they have a lot of resources around their brand guidelines, like the do's and don'ts of their branding and how to use it. And so you can see the layout for their logo and how they want you to use that and what it looks like, and all of these different things, like their design principles. Like people will go and create this. When you look at their colors, you see that there are a lot of different colors that they use for different things. It's not just like this is one secondary color. Like they only have one secondary color. They have like multiple for different parts of their apps. They also go into detail about their font, when to use it, how to use it. So you can get really detailed about, I feel like that was not, there's an actual like PDF where you can see all of the color palettes, and I can't seem to find it. But as you can tell, just like from the example that I shared right now, you can have like infinite number of colors, but that's more in line with a design system of how these products will work together. And so you can think about it from the system approach, which will include like error messages, logs, like there's a lot of different ways that you can use all of these different colors, but you create a system and a guide for how other people can work with it. When you think of brand identity, there are going to be like you think of lift, you automatically think of pink. And so I think there are two different ways that you can think about those things. It's within the system, for like a whole entire company or a whole entire brand or a application. So it's all the colors that could possibly pop up in any different instant. But then with branding, it may not be that intensive, but you do have like set colors that you would always use in marketing assets, ads, and things like that. So that's a long-winded way to say that there is no roles, but there is a difference between brand identity and like brand systems.
Okay, thank you.
I literally just came across a website, and I can't remember it, that had all of the details for what's it called? I don't know what I'm trying to say. It had like a whole bunch of like companies that you could just like look up and find out like their brand guides and all that stuff.
If you come across it, I'd love to see it.
I'll share it with you as soon as I find it.
Thank you.
And I'll actually add it to the email that I'll send out to everyone after this event, because everyone will get an email with some of the links that we used today and just like a thank you for joining this event.
That would be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. But let me see. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a moment. It seems like we just have the folks who were with us from the beginning and they're still participating. Oh, this is not a webinar. Damn it. Typically we have these quiz surveys that we can review, but it looks like it's not available for us right now. That's my bad, but I guess I will send out the survey and the follow-up email just to get feedback on how everyone feels about today's event. Hopefully it's a positive one. But Hope, since we are getting towards the last of this, do we want to go ahead and start to wrap up and do our closing out stuff?
Yeah.
All right. I'll go ahead and share my screen for the final time. So, today's session, we went through the whole entire design sprint, and we got some low fidelity mock-ups here. But just to take a step back, again, the same things that you walked through today with us are the things that you would do in the workplace. And this is how you bring products to production. And so by making sure you understand what the problem is and who you're building for, we did that. And we found out that this is going to be a very Usher focused application, and that's how we got those Usher bucks. We did do some light research to figure out what's working, what's not working, and then we use that information to then help guide us to figure out how can we build and brainstorm features that will support a better roller skating experience for all. We also covered in this section about the auto layout and how you can use that in Figma and why it's important. We also did some design updates to our template, which is amazing. From there, we started to really do a deep dive and talk a lot about color branding and those different principles. And we were able to go ahead and find some really cool colors that we can use and talk about the psychology, color theory, creating a mood board, and most importantly, grabbing as many images of Usher as we possibly can, because we know that this app would be Usher fueled. And throughout this experience, we came up with the fonts thanks to ChatGPT, and how Hope has found different ways to leverage that, which I think is really cool. We were able to build out the homepage and even have like a logo up and running for our application. Skate kind of doesn't have the best UX experience versus like open or enter, but hey, you know what? We'll meme it up, we'll make it better in the next iteration. We also focused on low fidelity mock-up so that we can really pay attention to, does the information make sense? Is it flowing? Do we understand the hierarchy of all of these points? And so we were able to get the initial experience of upcoming events, karaoke, because this roller ring is different than most. They have skating lessons, upcoming songs, so you can go ahead and request your next song, and you can see who is coming up next for karaoke. Roller buddies, being able to see who's online or active in the roller ring, so we can get more info on the person, see what badges they have, when did they join, and you can follow and see who is following them. And then we also have the services screen, which gives you insight on food, services for 21 plus that we offer, and how to, different ways to redeem your Usher bucks. And so that is a bit about what we did in today's session. So with that, would just like to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who has joined us today. This is again Tech by Choice's monthly product and chill, where we go through the design process in low stake place so we can laugh, have fun, and hang out and learn how we can get those big tech checks and through product and design and using Figma. So happy that you were able to join us. Hopefully you'll be able to join us again in the future, and join the Tech by Choice community today. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and close out the live stream and make sure that the folks who are out there can go ahead and join us again next month, or make sure you sign up to be a Tech by Choice member today. So, thank you.